Andrew Huberman shares neuroscience tips to help you lead a happier, more productive, and more fulfilling life. And the best part? These tricks are straightforward. Aside from his scientific work, he also shares his morning routine. Top on the list is being an early riser. Marcus Aurelius once said, "What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for? Or is this what I was created for? To huddle under the blankets and stay warm." The last thing a Stoic wants to do is be carried away by the chaos of life before finding their feet in the morning. Now that you're up from the bed, there's one more element that can inject excitement into your life. This trick promises to bring you enduring joy and reward that lasts a lifetime. Andrew Huberman wasn't the best student growing up. He flunked exams and did not have a stable upbringing. He didn't have a direction for his life, except that he knew he wanted a role in public service. He went ahead to get a bachelor's degree and focused on his education. Back home, his friends landed in trouble for violence and drugs, and he didn't want to end up like them. At 25, he landed a job at Barbara's lab. He would stay there all day and do several experiments. He slept and lived in the office down the hall from the lab. It was his paradise. It was then that he developed a passion for neuroscience. Before then, Professor Harry Carlisle had pulled him aside and urged him to consider a career in neuroscience. Andrew threw himself at his passion. He was humble and willing to learn. Soon enough, he was good at it. One of his famous quotes goes, "If you have an itch that you need to scratch, and it's one that's going to serve humanity, or you believe you can channel into that, you have to do it." This brings me to one of the core teachings of Stoicism. Andrew Huberman directs his skills into loving humanity. Stoics believe that passion is not the end goal of a purposeful life. In fact, it hijacks rational decision-making. Instead, the end goal of Stoicism is a virtuous life. It lists 4 passions you must avoid: distress, fear, lust, and delight. Stoics strive to live in agreement with nature. Reason is nature's best gift. And so, living by nature means living by reason. Unhappiness cannot affect the well-intentioned man. When you banish these 4 passions, you are proof against misfortune. You see, passion and reason are never enough to keep you happy. Andrew Huberman had a troubled childhood. He struggled with drugs and was placed in a residential treatment program. On top of that, his parents parted ways when he was only 13. But guess what? He held on to something. Andrew Huberman's parents split when he was 13, and his father moved to Denmark. His sister went to college, leaving the teenager and his mom alone to heal from the breakup. The emotional trauma almost derailed him, but then he remembered Marcus Aurelius and how he overcame hard times. Despite being the most powerful man in Europe, he suffered several tragedies. From natural disasters to losing his children and being betrayed, the man saw it all. However, he implemented the Stoic strategy of focusing on beauty instead of his misfortunes. Andrew took solace in that, so he developed a close relationship with science and the people around science, and suddenly his life began to make sense. Instead of dinner every night with his family, he would talk about what he loved the most: sports and science. He even discovered skateboarding and punk rock music during the period. Andrew's trick for focusing on beauty is practicing spiritual exercises like meditation. First, he wakes up around 5 a.m. And when he's up, he meditates for at least 10 minutes every morning. Not only does it reduce stress, it improves mental clarity and helps you see the beauty of nature. Andrew focuses on breathing during meditation because it regulates his nervous system and improves overall relaxation.
You would sit or lie down, close your eyes, and you would simply focus on your breathing. Most people are going to benefit from only doing that breathing through their nose, but if you have some sort of obstruction or inability to breathe just through your nose, you could probably also do it by breathing through your nose and mouth.
During these sessions, he also imagines the worst-case scenario and what could go wrong. This helps him eliminate surprise in his life. When Stoics say there's no such thing as failure, just outcomes, best believe it's not a joke. Stoics are big on control. However, they were not control freaks. A key aspect of Stoicism is asking yourself, can I do anything about this? If yes, why not? If you can't, then that's it. Worrying achieves nothing but stress and unhappiness. How are you handling the challenges that lay ahead? Think about all that happened in the past year and all that could happen this year. Are you battle ready? Are you a wrestler? Anger, sadness, and worry are not the right way to react when bad things happen. They'll only make you more tired of life. So how else do you react when things don't meet your expectations? One popular misconception about Stoicism is that Stoics are superheroes. Of course, superheroes like Batman, Superman, and Daredevil embody Stoic principles like preparing for the worst-case scenario. However, pretending to have it all figured out doesn't help. It makes you an island. Stoicism was created by regular people who had flaws too. They interacted and depended on others. Although Marcus Aurelius ruled the world, he needed help from people. In his words, "Don't be ashamed of needing help. You have a duty to fulfill, just like a soldier on the wall of battle. So what if you're injured and can't climb up without another soldier's help?" I'll leave that to you to answer. Asking for help communicates your desires, needs, and wants to people and allows them to choose to help or not. If you need reassurance, ask. If you need a helping hand, ask. If you need therapy, go. If you need to start over, that's fine. And if you need to lean on someone, do it. Unfortunately, most people would not ask for help because they fear that others would take advantage of them. As a result, they isolate themselves emotionally, mentally, and physically. Lack of trust leads to stress and unhappiness. Another downside of not seeking help is that you try to accomplish it by yourself because you don't trust that others will lend a hand. In other words, you become a control freak because you don't think people have your best interest at heart. Marcus stresses the importance of inner peace within your soul, one that you can retreat to at your convenience. It's okay to be tired of life sometimes. However, if you're looking for some insane motivation, check out Elon Musk's
genius billionaire playboy from it.
Stoic secrets he used to unlock his astronomical success. It'll be sure to motivate you to think like Elon.